A new story, he ain't gonna be in Wellston. Here's the thing. He's gonna be John's little brother, 12 years old, just like I actually am. He's gonna have, of course, the black hair and the yellow eyes. He's gonna be shorter than John, and his ability is gonna be called Aura. Not Aura Manipulation, but Aura. Basically, he can create these blue orbs from his hand and shoot them out, and they have destructive power and they target. He can also sense people's emotions, thinking. He also has something called Aura Burst, where Aura swirls around him, and then he's super fast and stronger. He can also create a giant Aura sphere. Going, Oh yeah, and this is after the Joker arc. You know, like, let's just go into where John is like a complete jerk to everyone. He is a king. And this is like, so they're just planning about the so let's just go to the dorms. Christian walks in to the dorms going, I guess this is where John is. I haven't seen him in a while. Idiot forgot his books. Forgot all his books, and I forgot that he also forgot another copy of Unordinary, so I'm gonna give him mine since I'm not interested in books. I brought my PS4 because I'm staying here. Controller, I brought 3. Actually, no, I brought 4 since he's gonna break them all. Drinks, snacks, as I know he's got nothing in there. He says, as he walks over looking around, then he knocks on people's door asking if they know where John is, and they don't answer. He goes, great. As he gets to the final door, the second to last door, he knocks on it going, a girl with pinkish orange, not pinkish orange, but like pinkish purple hair opens the door. Okay, look, it's Remy. Remy opens the door saying, hi, who are you? He goes, hi, my name's Christian. Does anyone know where John lives? He say, John? He says, come in, and we need to ask you a couple of questions. He goes, am I being interrogated? She goes, no, nothing like that. He goes, see, for a second I thought I was getting interrogated. As he walks in, and she says, hi, she says, please stand right there. Make yourself comfortable quickly while I go get that other 2. She walks in and says, Blake Eisen? We have a kind of a code J. They say, John's in here? She whispers, kinda? He says, where is he? As he turns up, he says, whoa, Blake, calm down. Don't shoot a beam at him. He's 12. What's the point of doing that? He says, John's 16 though. He says, but it ain't John. It's his little brother who's 12. And his name's Christian. And, he's just here looking for him. He says, well, tell him to come over here. He says, come in here. He goes, I heard your entire conversation. He says, how did you hear that? He says, my ability. He said, Eisen says, is that superhero? He goes, wrong. I'm not gonna tell you since I don't feel like it. They go, well, that didn't answer any of our questions. He says, so how is John like for you? Remy asks. He says, he's pretty dumb, annoying, rages a lot. That's why I've brought in 4 controllers. She says, why'd you even bring controllers in the first place? He says, because I'm coming to live here with John for a couple of months, then I'm leaving. 'Cause my dad is going on a 4-month trip, thank God, and I can't live with him anymore, so I have to go. He says, why did you bring 4 exactly, though? He says, because John rages a lot, and always breaks them. That's why I brought, and also 4 because, well, one of them's Serafina, and I know that she's usually at John's dorm, so I guess I'll do that. She's never met me before, but I know that John tells me all about her. I'm starting to think he likes her. Eisen dies laughing like, but then they hear a yelling voice saying, whoever it is, shut the hell up. Remy says, who the fuck are you? He goes, I'm the King of Wilson, that's who. He says, come on, bro, you want to bring it outside? He goes, shut up, will ya? I'm gonna destroy you. He says, bring it on, I dare you. Come on, asshole, let's go. Remy says, such profanity. Where did this kid learn his language? What? Yes. As they're chatting, just talking, then out of nowhere all they hear is, dang it, stupid thing. All they freaking hear is freaking, come on, play!
We got a #1 victory royale, yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down. 10 kills on the board right now, we just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend just got down, I revived him, now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park streets, look at the map, go to the mark sheet. Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. You can take the hasty wire, but not Loot Lake.
As he's throwing his phone up in the air going, ah, dang it, I gotta answer the phone.
I really love to.
As he's throwing the phone around trying to catch it because the hand's so slippery. As he catches it, going, and it's his dad. He says, yes, what do you want? He says, are you at John's place? He says, I'm at his friend's place. He says, well, you have to get to John's place. You can't just stay at one of his friend's house without their permission. He says, quiet, old hag, I'm doing it. He goes, that's no way to talk to your father. He goes, yeah, I know. He says, well, bye, I love you. He goes, as he hangs up. He says, well, I gotta go. Where does he live? They say, I don't think he's here yet. I don't think he's home. He says, well, I'm just gonna go break into his dorm. Eisen laughs going, I kinda want to see that. Blake says, you idiot, what if he gets attacked by John because John thinks he's a stranger? He says, I don't care. This kid probably handle him. He grabs him. He says, as he walks to John's room, opens his door, John's not there. So he's just sitting there with a blanket on top of his head playing Fortnite going. John opened, all Christian hears is yelling outside. All he hears is yelling from John telling them to go to bed because they're talking is annoying. When he gets in, John says, "Who the hell are you?" Before he says, all he hears is, well, she says in his head, "Who's here?"
Work a regular 9 to 5
says, who's here?
Fortnite, we about to get down. 10 kills on the board right now. Just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend just got downed. I revived him. Now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park streets. Look at the map. Go to the mark sheet. Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. You can take me with you mine, but not Loot Lake. I really love to chug with you. We can be pro Fortnite gamers.
John says, I said, who the hell are you? As he punches him in the back of the head. Now I'll be right back. Here, take his stupid phone. He punches him in the head as he falls to the ground, saying, as he rolls his eyes out, he's on the floor. Then John grabs a rope from his room, because we don't know why he has that. We're not going to question it. Let's just say he uses that to wrap up Robert's arms in case they usually come in his house, because he usually gets attacked a lot. So he grabs a rope and ties it around his arms. Then okay, Seraphina's somewhat there, but like she's like in. Okay, she's not. He says, but then the rope breaks, and Christian says, "Idiot, John!" as he punches him in the face, saying, "Dumbass!" He goes, "Wait, Christian?" He goes, "Damn right, King Boy." He says, "Now I'm leaving. This place is shit. I gotta go." He says, "You know what?" He goes, "Oh." He says, "I'm just gonna go sleep on the couch." Then John goes nice mode. He says, "No, you can sleep in the bed. I'll sleep on the couch." He goes, "Since when did you start acting nice?" He says, "Since when did you come?" He says, "Oh yeah, Dad went on a stupid business vacation, so I have to stay here." He goes, huh. Then he looks around saying, "How do you live like this?" He goes, "What are you talking about?" He says, "This place is a mess. Literally, there's chip bags all over the floor. Do you even clean?" He goes, "Shut up." He says, he says, "Oh yeah, I left something on your bed. I'm not telling you because I don't feel like it. Because I know your girlfriend took one of the copies. I gave you an ordinary." He else says, "She's not my girlfriend." He goes, "Are you sure?" He says, "Shut up. I hate her." He says, "Well damn, what happened? You cheated on her with someone else, or did she cheat on you with someone else?" He goes, "We were never dating, dumbass." He says, "I'm sleeping now. Quiet down." It's 12 o'clock at night, and he still is not sleeping. He goes, damn it, why can't I sleep? Then he pulls out his bag to try and find something that'll help him. Maybe like his phone or something. Then he finds a little note. He says, "From Dad. These are something called melatonin gummies. They help you sleep. Take them before 8 o'clock or else you won't be able to, or else they won't work." He says, screw it. Then goes, "Just wiped out Tomato Town. I'm just heading southbound. My friend just got down. I revived him and now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park streets. Look at the map on the mark sheets. Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today." Whatever. So he eats them and goes, as he falls asleep 20 minutes later. As then, it's in the morning. He wakes up and goes in and says, "So, what do you..." Christian wakes up first and makes breakfast, saying, "I'm leaving. I'm gonna go explore Wellston," as he goes and eats. Even though John told him last night, do not go to Wellston in the morning, just don't go. He says, yeah, and then heads. Then in the morning, of course, like we were just at, he makes breakfast for John, who is not awake. eats his own breakfast, then heads to Wilson going, woohoo! Then he tries to find Matey. Then he says, oh, John shrunk one of these with the stupid dryer. I'll wear it. As he puts it on, going, He says, blood. Great, he's an idiot. He always gets into fights, as he cleans it off. Even though bloodstains are pretty hard to get out of things. He walks into school going, As he also left a note saying that he did go to Wilson, and he doesn't listen to him because he's annoying. When John wakes up, he goes, oh no! As John instantly rushes out of bed, getting on all his clothes slowly, doesn't even eat the breakfast, and pounds on Remy and things. Remy's door, where Blake Eisen are there too. He says, what, John? What do you want? With Blake also saying, what do you want? What are you doing here at? So he says, has anyone seen my little brother? I told him not to go to Wilson, and now I don't know where he is. He left this morning. Then Remy says, he's probably hiding somewhere, just let's go find him. He says, wait, you'll actually help me? He goes, we're not helping you, we're helping him. We don't really like you at all. We actually hate you. You're an absolute jerk. He says, whatever, just help me. They look through and they can't find him, but then Remy says, I found him! Kind of. John says, what do you mean? He says, I found a note that said he did go to Wilson and he's not listening to you. He slaps his head going, damn it, why does he go? Now people are gonna start thinking he's me. And he's gonna cause chaos. As he's walking around, he bumps into someone. His head goes straight into their stomach or head because, like, he's kind of short. He is. As he looks up and sees a blonde guy with blue eyes, he goes, hi. He goes, hi, how are ya? He goes, what do you want, John? As he looks away. As he walks away, Christian trips him, saying, who the fuck's... He says, I'm not John, dumbst. As he walks away with his hands behind his head, going, Then, the next thing they have, he says, why, you little... and drops him in a barrier. The barrier just opens and Christian just walks out of it. He goes, I'm sorry, but do you want to fight, mister? As his eyes glow blue. He goes, no. He says, that's what I thought. As then, he accidentally also bumps into another guy. He says, what the hell is my problem with bumping into people? Literally, like mentally. He goes, oh, blue guy. He says, who the hell are you, little brat? He says, you're too young to be at Wilston. You can't be here. As he pushes him to the ground. He goes, wow, well, that hurt. Then he thinks to himself, saying, wait a minute. You're John's assistant. He says, so what? What do you care? He says, I'm gonna tell him. Oh no. He says, I'm just gonna go tell John you bumped into me. And you'll be in trouble by him, and he's gonna beat the crap out of you. He says, he won't believe you, 'cause I'll tell him first. I think he'll believe his brother over his stupid little follower. He says, stupid brat. As he goes to punch him, he catches it. Christian catches it, saying, I'm a simp. He goes, you're a what? He says, I'm a super intense Minecraft player. Simp. Super, S, intense, I, Minecraft, M, player, P. As he throws him back, and then knees him in the stomach, going, #1 victory royale. as he spins around and kicks his head down, doing like a heel drop. He says, "Now that's what I thought, Buster." He says, as he shoots an ore spirit to his stomach, blasting Zeke back, breaking him through a wall. He goes, "Somebody come get her, she dancing like a stripper. Somebody come get her, she dancing like a stripper. Somebody come get her, she's stealing all the..." He goes, "Well, that was fun." Okay, what is my habit with beating? Okay, so he's walking around even more. Look, I'm gonna say Seraphina somehow still has her abilities, and these two are at the top. This is a different timeline of Unordinary, where John actually has a little brother. We don't know that fully yet if he does it in the main timeline. John turns good, everybody! Yes, John turns good. That happened like 2 days ago, but you know. So, as it's time, John is searching for the entire school. So he bumps into Christian. He says, "Do you know where my little brother is?" He says, "Wait, Christian?" He goes, "Nah, my name's Joe." He goes, "Where have you been?" As he's shaking him around, shaking his shoulders around like, ugh. He says, "Where have you been? You know how much trouble I can get in my town if he finds out you went missing." He says, "No, that I get to answer this question. I'll be not." As he falls down, but the last thing he does is has a middle finger on his stomach, going, As he disappears, saying, "Na na na, na 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 na, down now." He says, "Come to the roof with me and I need to tell you a couple of things." He rolls his eyes saying, "Sure." As when they head to the roof, he walks to the roof and says, "Listen, I have a couple of rules to tell you around Wellston." He goes, "Yep, He says, "First rule, respect me when I'm around people. They're gonna think I'm some big softy who's nice to anyone who's my friend." Christian looks at him with a dumb look, saying, "You don't have friends." He goes, he says, "Why would anyone want to be your friend? You're a giant jerk. Why would anyone? I mean, I was impressed with you in middle school, but then you beat down everyone there. Also with best friend Claire, my best friend Claire? Nah, buddy, I ain't listening to no rules." He goes, "I have one more quick rule. Don't mess with..." When he's about to say Seraphina, Christian's already gone, saying, "Lunchtime! I heard there's chocolate cake today." As he rushes, and then he dives forward, grabbing the final chocolate cake. When Seraphina sticks her hand out, he grabs it, going, "Yay!" and then jumps off. He goes, "Woohoo! I got the chocolate cake!" As everyone goes to attack him, saying, "We want that cake!" He throws it up in the air, then front flips over them, putting his hand out, going, "Ha ha, losers!" as he's running away. But then he encounters Seraphina. He goes, "Ah, shoot, I'm screwed." Whatever. He goes, He goes, "Wait a minute. Huh?" She says, "You're going to give me that cake now. Give it to me." He goes, "What are you, some wise old lady? I ain't giving you shit. Get your own. There's still 10 left." As they're all swiped away. He goes, "Well, bad luck. Get some next time." She steps one forward, activating her blue eyes, which kind of shocks Christian, making him scared shitless. He says, "Give that cake to me." Steadily, he moves it forward, and everyone's like, "Another victim by Seraphina's paralysis technique." He's about to give it, but then he moves his pinky a tiny bit and flips the plate over to his face, breaking the plate as he goes, putting the cake in his mouth, saying, "Eat that bitch. Now I'm out of here." He says, "I forgot my ramen noodles." He says, "Whatever," as he pulls out instant noodles from his pocket, saying, rushing to the bathroom. He goes, "Shoot, there's nothing here. I guess I can hide here." But then he disappears. He says, "There's no point in hiding here," as he runs away, going, with Seraphina chasing close behind. He says, "Darren, I need water." She says, I will always hate you for this." He goes, yeah, I don't care." As he says, "Oh wait, water!" As he grabs in his pocket and finds a water bottle that he always leaves there. He dumps it in the ramen, going, "Brrr." He says, "Now, heat boy, someone with heat powers." He says, "Whatever." He creates an orosphere over it, so then the heat of the orosphere will kind of warm it up. And it does, making the water boil and all that crap. He goes, "It worked!" As he dumps out all the water and just eats the noodles raw, But then Seraphina slaps it at his hands. He goes, "You bitch!" As he punches her in the face, saying, "You bitch!" As he runs away, she says, "Oh, that's it!" He says, "Ah." He says, "Crap, I gotta find John. She's gonna kill me if I don't rush to him." As he runs at full speed, Naruto running this time. He goes, "No way you're getting away. No one punches me like that and gets away with it." He says, "Yeah, no one but me." As he blitzes off, rushing to John, hiding behind him, going, "Help me! Help me! Help me!" He says, "What'd you do?" He says, Seraphina told me to give her the cake and I said no. After avoiding everyone in the cafeteria, she did that weird paralysis thing. I almost gave her to her, then flipped my pinky, which made me crush the plate and also the food going in my mouth. Then she chased after me. Then I got my own instant ramen from my pocket from the cafeteria. Then she slapped it out of my hand. Then I punched her in the face. Then she started chasing me, and that's where I am now. He goes, "You did what?" He goes, "Yeah, I did all of that." He says, "You absolute idiot. Now what are you gonna do? I can't defend you from her." He goes, "Well, do something, dumb shit. I'm not gonna get attacked like you did on the first day." He says, "Just help me, please." He says, "What's the magic word?" He says, "What's the magic sentence?" He goes, "That's any sentence." He goes, he jogs to his mind. He says, taps his feet. He says, "Seraphina's coming." He goes, "What's it called again?" Then he thinks it again and saying, "I won't come to Wilson again." He goes, "That's not the sentence, dumb crap." He says, as he picks him up and puts him forward, saying, "Now you're gonna feel the wrath." That's what I did. He says, "I'm only 12. You felt this when you were 16, dumb crap. Let me go." He says, "That's all I need to do." As he drops him into a glue trap, which makes him stuck, he goes, "John," as John jumps off the roof and lands down, he says, "I hate you for this, John. If I get attacked, this is your fault." Then he thinks to himself, saying, "How can I get him to stop?" He says, "John, if you run away, I'm gonna burn the Unordinary book." He goes, "Okay, fine, I'll help you." He sees an angered Seraphina right behind person saying, "You punched me in the face and slapped away my chocolate cake and ate it. What do you have to say about yourself?" He says, "Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. I'd really love to chug with you. We could be pro Fortnite gamers." He says, "Wrong choice," as he's blasted off the roof. He goes, "I hate you for this, Seraphina. And I always will." He says, "Just remember this. I ship John Sarah." As he's falling down, "John Sarah." He says, "Matter of fact, while I'm falling, He pulls out his phone, takes a picture of both of them, and edits it to make it look like they're KSing. He's saying, "I'm gonna ruin both of your lives," as he falls to the ground, clapping against the ground, saying, "No, no, 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 no." Then, after that incident, it's during class. He's walking around the hallways, and he's just enjoying his tour. But then he sees John beating the crap out of 2 students. And that's outside, actually, with all other ones on the floor. Okay, look, what if, this is also another what if. What if Claire, you know Claire from Unordinary, she'd still hate John, but they both think of the same high school to go to. She would go straight, they'd both go there, with Claire watching from a distance, seeing John beating everyone up, and Gershon kind of horrified, saying, "He does this much? That's way too far." Then he looks and says, "Mrs. Claire? She's scared to the bone." He says, "But she looks like she's seen this before." He's never showed this side of him. As he says, "Come at me, you stupid losers. Now you're all gonna die for that." He says, "Die? He's gonna kill all of them?" He says, "Wait a minute. Mrs. Remy and Mr. Blake? Mr. Hyson as well and Mr. Arlo? What the hell are those 2 doing? I didn't know those 2 were that mean. I knew they were nice around me, but goddamn." Arlo says, "Serafina, why did you have to act like this and join him? You knew he was a terrible," she says. "Because I knew the truth, Arlo. I knew it." Then he thinks to himself, he has a strong decision. Be the hero of the game, but John will hate him for interfering in a situation. Or he leaves it and joins with them. He thinks to himself, why doesn't he pretend to join that? Why doesn't he... He says, "Looks like I'll do this then." He says, "My ability level is 9. This ability is insanely strong. I'll put it to good use." John is about to punch Arlo for the final time to destroy him, and Seraphine is about to absolutely body Remy. Then he goes, "No, no, 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 no." He goes, "No, no, no, no. Please not now, no." As a blue aura tornado swirls around him, as everyone notices his power increase, and they see him going, "Ah!" as he skyrockets toward John, and John punching him in the face, saying, "Ah!" Then Seraphine is about to time skip, blast him, but then he appears behind her going, "Ah!" knocking her straight back into a wall. He goes, then he converts the tornado into an aura. He goes, John says, "What the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be on my side." He says, "I'm not on any side who beats up other innocent people." He says, "Those aren't innocent people. Are those the one who ambushed me and then and had his little minions beat the crap out of me and me having to fight them? You don't know how injured I was." He looks at him with a death stare, saying, "I knew how injured you were, and I don't give a crap." He says, then everyone starts rushing. John appears next to him, saying, "I've copied your ability, you little brother." As he punches him, knocking him straight out. He is... But in his head he says, "I'll charge up one final aura sphere and end all this madness." As they all get back up, fighting each other, going, "Ah!" They have it on the high tier side versus like the cripples, kind of like the fighters, going, "Ah!" As then I so want to fix this. Whatever. So, with him, he says he finally has charged enough in his body to release a humongous aura sphere to defeat all the fighting. Then everyone's about to launch their strongest attacks. He goes, no. As he jumps tectonically in the sky and creates a humongous aura sphere. So light him up, up, light him up, up, light him up, I'm on fire! As he goes, Rah! And says, if I don't defeat all of them, then this won't work. As he converts it into like a rain and then appears going for like, and then he says, Stardust Rain! As he fucking Stardust rains everyone there, absolutely killing them all. Not really. He shoots down a giant aura sphere. Everyone says, Arl says, Remy, Blake, Eisen. All four of them jump into it as he creates a barrier which blocks it. What the barrier instantly crumbles and crushes. As everyone's hit by this, he goes, he says, now end this with my full power. He goes, ah! He says, as he punches down, he's saying, Aura Fist! As he obliterates everyone there, going, knocking himself out. Along with fighting with him in the middle. But what that did to him, the strain on him is too much. When the fighting is all over and everyone is on their knees, almost done. They start to see what the hell happened, and for John's next victim to be beaten up. But then he sees a lifeless little brother's body, dead on the floor, basically. Seraphina feels his heart, saying, there's no pulse. There's nothing there. Like a shockwave goes through John, saying, why do I have to become this? As he yells in anger / sadness, going, no! Why? But then something happens. His whole body is turning into blue cubes. Tiny eensy-weensy blue cubes as his whole body fades away. As from the sky, as like an angel version of him where he's got blue wings. And like he's smiling, saying, it's okay, big brother. The power of my aura dwells in all of you. Remy, Blake, Eisen, Arlo, Seraphina, and even you. My aura dwells in all of you. Until next time, when I reincarnate. As he heads straight to the sky. When everyone there, except for Arlo, because we know he doesn't cry, because he's heartless. And maybe Seraphina, it's just John that cries. Going, and they can't really have a funeral since his body's already gone. Like, his body's basically disappeared. And that's it for What If I Was an Unordinary. Forever. I'm no longer doing this. That was just fun.